That's the way I feel when I get off a YZ250. They do vibrate. Great bikes. We're going to investigate what to do to make them vibrate less. Okay, so we need to address the elephant in the room, so to speak. When they were racing these bikes in the 90s, you know, in early 2000s, they all had balanced crankshafts. This bike's a 21, which is the last year of this older style looking bike. Polisport, 3MX Plastics, Decal Works, has everything update kit for this bike. And it makes it look more like a 22 to 26 bike. Engine is ready to disassemble. All right, so we're gonna start with the least hassle and least cost options of bar mounts from Luxon, engine hangers from Luxon that are rubber mounted on both these. We're gonna check those out first. The big one, that's a costly one, is we're gonna rebalance the crank. Before we get that far, we wanna test these other components to kind of get a feel for what percentage it drops down the vibration. Okay, so we need to address the elephant in the room, so to speak. A brand new KTM generation bike from 2017 and up has a counterbalancer engine, which quads did a long time ago, and a counterbalancer makes it a lot more smooth. This engine is basically from the mid-90s design on up, and it doesn't have a counterbalancer. So it does vibrate more, no doubt about it. So we're gonna get out to the track and test these back to back. On something like vibration, there's no way you wanna put it on and then go try it out there later. You know, everything's gonna feel better or worse or whatever, so it's gonna be better to go do a lap or 10, and then we're gonna bring it in, try the bar mounts, and then go try it, and then come in and try those engine hangers. All right, way more fun than I thought it was gonna be. We did do testing. Spencer did a lot more laps than I did, and we went back to back with the mounts here for the bar mounts with Luxon. As soon as we did that one, he noticed that it felt a lot less vibration, right, Spence?
Yep.
So when we say a lot less, 2 or 3, 5% is gonna be a lot. It's not like 50%, okay? We're gonna talk a little bit more about vibration in a second. So then we changed out the engine hangers. And both things combined, we definitely felt like we did lose, who knows what percent, 5, 7, 10%? Somewhere in there, not 33% less vibration, but a good amount less vibration. And what it also did is made the bike feel less rigid and more compliant. Now, they're not cheap items, so those are things you can do. The best thing you can do, which we're gonna do next, we're gonna have some video of us tearing this bike down, we're gonna get the engine apart, and we're gonna balance the crankshaft. That's the only way to really get down and solve the vibration issues, is to get the crank balanced. That's not Trude. Trude getting it within, it's within 0.5 thousandths true. That's fine. They're actually gonna change the balance factor on this crank. That's what Tom Morgan does, TMR. He's gonna take away metal in certain spots and add metal, and it's gonna give it a better balance factor. That's the term for it when they rebalance a crankshaft. That's all the race teams did. When they were racing these bikes in the 90s, you know, in early 2000s, they all had balanced crankshafts, either from Japan or from getting it done here in the States. There's some good companies that do it, not a lot do it anymore. So anyway, fun time. Do you have fun, Spence?
So much fun.
So also, while we have it apart, Tom's gonna modify the cylinder. And as soon as I mentioned something to Spencer, I go, the problem is I have to shift too soon. I wanna stay out of the meat of that power. It's real easy to run through the I want it to carry out and rev out more and not be so quick to get onto the power band, but yet have a longer pull, if that makes sense. That's what I'm looking for. So that's what we're gonna talk to Tom about when he modifies the head and cylinder. So we're gonna do that real soon. So we're gonna tear apart the engine, pull the crank out, get back to that. Okay, we may be riding at the track, but as you know, we ride the trails a lot too, and we use onX Off-Road when we're on the trails. Offline maps and cell phone coverage maps. Dispersed camping layer, guided trails, route builder and folder sharing. Elite membership, trail reports and navigation updates. Discover tab and trails near you. Remote riding, no signal, no problem. Start your free 7-day trial on onX Off-Road. Link in the description, code DBTV1. Hey, you notice we got the MSR gear on. That's available through Rocky Mountain when you're doing your normal shopping. Click on our link. We also have those links available from our website. Anytime you're doing shopping there, we do get a little bit, helps out. This new air stuff, they call it, it's Next Air, and it's awesome for the summertime, obviously. So the name is there, and it's very reasonably priced. You can get a jersey and pants for 150 bucks. So really cool. So use that Rocky Mountain link when you're shopping, and we'll see you guys.
Okay, we got the YZ250 washed after our little day of testing. I think it went pretty good with the Luxon little testing. I'm pretty happy with it. Spencer was very happy. He did a lot more time than me. His lap times, with no time on this thing, hardly at all ever, were the same as this 350. So that's really good, was that he isn't spending time on it, was able to do that right away. So fun testing there. Now we're gonna tear this thing apart because we wanna pull the engine out, which has only got like 2 hours on it total from a brand new bike. We're gonna pull it apart and pull the crank out and send the crank, the cylinder, and head all to Tom Morgan Racing. Maybe the carb too, but I'll find out about that. But for sure the crank. The crank is the key to having him change that balance factor. So we're gonna pull that crank out. That's gonna help reduce vibration. So that'll be the next, when we do a part 2 on this bike, we'll get the crank back in the motor and go try this thing and see how much it helps. With the power on this bike, both of us said the same thing. As soon as I said something to Spencer, I go, man, you get to shift too soon. I want it to rev out and pull longer, like more like a 4-stroke. So I want to be able to hold it wide open, and before it, wheelies out when it hits that power band, I want to be able to let it be nice and smooth and pull as long as it can. So that's my goal with Tom. That's what I tell him what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a quick, snappy, supercross type power. So we'll see what he comes up with. Before we pull that engine out, we have this plastic kit, which gives it a full updated look. This bike's a 21, which is the last year of this older style looking bike. So Polisport, 3MX Plastics, Decal Works, has a tank, seat, airbox, side number plates, everything update kit for this bike. And it makes it look more like a 22 to 26 bike. 27 even is gonna be the same. So it'll give it a much more modern look. So that's gonna be kind of fun to kind of see what it looks like that. Also, I think we lose a little bit of the saddle. The seat's a little bit less dished in here. So we're gonna kind of give our thoughts on it. It's a relatively inexpensive kit for all that you get, especially if your other stuff's kind of worn out. If your fenders are worn out and your shrouds are worn out and you're ready for some new stuff anyway, not that big of a step to do this. And you could probably sell your old tank for 50 to 100 bucks, who knows?
A few hours later, we got the engine out and we got the this Polisport kit, updated kit. Looks pretty cool, right? So gives us a little bit newer look, a little bit flatter seat, I think. So now we're gonna get over and split that engine apart. You can see all the extra stuff we're left with. You got a tank and all that. Engine is ready to disassemble. Okay, that's it. Just a few hours later, we've got the cases split apart. The cylinder, head, and crank are going to TMR to get modified. So that's kind of the end of our part 1 here of our big YZ project. We're gonna be doing a bunch of things to this, mainly because we can, and also we're gonna have this bike a long time. I've made Spencer a promise, we're not gonna get rid of it. I can't promise him the same thing about the KX500 build, but this bike, I like the idea of keeping this for a long time. It'll be good for us to use it in the 2-stroke race, some of our hill tracks. And when Spencer's in town, like I said before, his lap times at Glen Helen with no practice on this thing were already basically the same as his 350 that he rides a lot on the track. So, which is kind of surprising since he, on big bikes, he's barely ridden 2-strokes. 125s were 10 years ago, basically. So really cool. So hope you guys enjoy that. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.